this video, we're going to be taking a look at MB-RA7 from the Build-A-Droid line in the Legacy Collection. He was also repacked into the TVC line as the Death Star droid. Same exact action figure as this, the only difference is that he has a much shinier paint deco for the TVC version. I do not have that figure. I never really saw the need to get a second one of this character. But this Build-A-Droid is actually very special to me because this was the very first Build-A-Droid action figure I genuinely completed. Just from buying all the figures in the wave. Well, close. I'll explain the story. So he's part of the wave, or I think most of the figures that contain his parts are like Commander Faye, General Grievous, Stasa Lee, Bail Organa, Brianna Organa. A lot of those characters from that wave, primarily Revenge of the Sith characters. And minus his left arm here, I actually completed all the parts here just from buying the action figures. So between 2009 and 2015, I had this guy totally complete minus his left arm here. Then one day, I decided I wanted to finally complete him, and I didn't really want the Bail Organa or Brianna Organa. I forget exactly which figure contains his left arm. So I got on eBay and bought the left arm for about $4. Other than that, he was genuinely completed. And I really like this droid. He's a great way to fill out your protocol droid collection. And as far as all the Build-A-Droid action figures that you can complete from the Legacy Collection, this is probably one of the easiest ones you can do. All the action figures from that wave are fairly affordable even to today. And even back in 2009, 2010, most of the action figures from the wave he's featured in were pretty easy to get a hold of. So he's mostly just silver paint here, with a few details mixed in. Hasbro didn't quite go all out with a lot of these Build-A-Droid action figures as like the mainline figures. I think the biggest point were the protocol droids especially, or most of these droids where they suffer the most is in the hips. Especially like the HK droids and the YVH droid. Having just the swivel hips there is kind of a hindrance. So the head sculpt is really good. He's kind of got those bug eyes going on. Interesting mouth there. As for the rest of his body, it's just the silver plating. You can see the wires protruding in the belly a little bit and in the back. About the same for his arms, and then for his legs. In terms of his articulation, he's a little bit restricted, I guess. He does have a swivel at the neck, then swivel shoulders, does have hinged elbows, no wrist articulation. Yeah, but that's okay because he's protocol droid and they're not really going to hold a whole lot anyway. But he does have a joint at the waist, then swivel hips, then hinged knees, and no ankle articulation. Most of the hindrance, I think, it's mostly in the shoulders and then in the hips. Usually I don't mind action figures having the swivel hips, but for some of these it's like, you know, it'd be kind of helpful to have the hinged hips instead. So he's got that symbol here at the top of his head. But yeah, that's pretty much all I can really show. I will bring out R3PO here real quick. The video for Him will probably either go up before or after MB-RA7 here. They look pretty good together. Probably two of the most unique protocol droids in my collection at this point. More obscure ones. But would I recommend this droid for your collection? I would. As far as completing the Build-A-Droid figure, like I said, probably one of the easier ones to do. So if you want to go that route, that's certainly possible. Or you might be able to just outright buy one on eBay, and I don't think the prices for him are too bad. Or you can get the TVC figure of him as the Death Star droid and pay maybe $15 to $20 for it. I think the prices for it have stayed relatively low, so not too bad. But personally, I like the deco that he has here. Without the shiny paint is fine. And this is still the Death Star droid, with just a fancy droid name, I suppose. But that concludes this review. I hope you enjoy it. Stay tuned for plenty more reviews. In the future, there will always be more to come. If you haven't already, please like the video and subscribe to the channel. I would appreciate all your support. And check out some links in the description if you haven't done so already. As always, thanks for watching.